कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, 2nd chapter, verse number 10. We are hearing about the glories of the holy name. All the sins, like a person who has stolen the other's property, sin incurred by that, by intoxication, by a person who deceives the friend, killer of a brahmana, of a king, women, father, and cows, and also the sin incurred by abducting the wife of a guru. Whatever sin is incurred by all these things, simply by chanting of the holy name, one would have atoned for these sins. Because Lord Narayana considers that person to be his own, and therefore he will be rescued by Narayana personally. So we are going through the purport by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. I will not repeat what we heard in the previous days because the purport is too long. So I will not repeat what we heard, but we will continue from where we stopped yesterday. যেমন পদ্মপুরাণে উক্ত হইয়াছে, ধর্ম ব্রত ত্যাগ হুতাদি সর্ব শুভক্রিয়া साम्यमपि प्रमादः। अर्थात साधारण पुण्य कार्यो व्रत नियम दान ओ होमादिर सहित श्री नामेर समता बोध कराऊ प्रमाद। अर्थात श्री नाम ग्रहण के साधारण पुण्य कर्मेर सहित तुल्य बोध करा नामापराध। Another offense is mentioned in Padma Purana. So we heard of one kind of an offense yesterday and day before also, considering the holy name, the glories of holy name to be ordinary, or whatever glories are described in the scriptures to be exaggeration. Arthavad, giving interpretation, mundane interpretation to the holy name is offense, and due to that one has to go to hellish planets. We heard about that with some examples. Now another kind of offense is being told here, considering the holy name to be like performance of any religious activity, undergoing vows and penances, and performing other fire sacrifice, etc. Means considering the holy name to be equal with any other ritualistic performance is also another kind of an offense. Holy name is most glorious, but those who think that the fruits of the holy name are same as the fruits that one incur by undergoing penances, fire sacrifice, etc., it is an offense to the holy name. These are performed to free one from sinful activities. But holy name is not to be performed to free from sinful activities. By chanting the holy name, the sins are automatically gone. But that is not the objective of the holy name. Holy name is non-different from Supreme Lord. There is no difference between the Lord and His name. Therefore, by chanting the holy name, we will be only freed from material things, just like in a performance of any other ritualistic activity, religious activity. Considering the holy name to be equal to that is a great offense. अर्थात श्री नाम ग्रहण केऊ साधारण पुण्य कर्मेर सहित तुल्य बोध करा नामापराध. Means chanting the holy name also is another pious activity. He is a very pious person. Every day he is chanting the holy name, very pious. No, that is not piety. Considering, doing charity, some fire sacrifice, some penances, vows, and chanting the holy name, all of them are not the same. Chanting the holy name is not a pious activity. Chanting the holy name is a supreme activity, is the greatest service to Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Therefore, that chanting cannot be equated with any other mundane activities or the activities that are performed to free ourselves from sinful actions. They are never the same. এই স্থলে ধর্মাদির সহিত শ্রী নামের সাম্যবোধ করাই অপরাধ বলিয়া কথিত হইয়াছে, তাহাতে আবার ধর্মাদির অঙ্গরূপে গৌণভাবে ভক্তি দেবীকে গ্রহণ করা যে অপরাধ, সে বিষয়ে अधिक की वक्तव्य থাকিতে পারে. Yesterday Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur had raised one point that we read. He told that if a person, karmi, a person who is performing ordinary ritualistic activities, if he takes the holy name also simultaneously, will he also be freed from hellish sufferings? Because in the case of Ajamila is chanting the holy name because he has chanted the holy name, because of which all the sins have been finished. On the contrary, or on the other side, if a karmi also during his ritualistic actions, performances, there is chanting of the holy name, it's also there. He also chants the name of Krishna, Janardana, Mukunda, whatever. He also chants the name while performing yajna, or while performing some penances, or while undergoing some vrata, or while doing some dharma activity. He is chanting the holy name. Therefore, his chanting of the holy name and devotees chanting of the holy name, if like Ajamila, he is sinner, he is freed, then that person also should be freed. That person also should not be going to hellish planets. Then we heard Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, no, both are not the same. Both are not the same. One person is chanting the holy name as a service. The other person is chanting the holy name to thinking that, oh, this is just like any other process of purification. Oh, this is just like, I will be freed from sinful actions. He has not understood the glories of the holy name, or he thinks the holy name glories, whatever described, are only exaggerated in the scriptures. Actually not so glorious, but they are exaggerated. He thinks like that. Because of that aparad, because of that offense, even though superficially, or even though as a secondary effect of the holy name, the sins are destroyed, because of the offense he has committed to the holy name, he has to undergo hellish sufferings. A karmi. So his chanting of the holy name and Ajamil's chanting of the holy name, both are not the same. So similarly, another kind of offense is being mentioned here, that তাহাতে আবার ধর্মাদির অঙ্গরূপে গৌণভাবে ভক্তি দেবীকে গ্রহণ করা যে অপরাধ, and one is accepting the holy name or accepting bhakti devi as a limb of dharma. Holy name or devotion is not a limb of dharma. Dharma is done for some material result, fruitive result, or to be freed from sinful activities. It is not a limb of dharma. But on the contrary, holy name is a limb of devotion. Devotion is not a secondary thing. Devotion is the principal object. So those who engage in dharmic activities considering devotion to be a limb of it, it is a offense again. Devotion is not a limb of dharma. Dharma is material, devotion is completely transcendental. Therefore, those who consider that devotion is also a limb of religious practices, such person will be a great offender. Only such person thinks that, oh, I am chanting the holy name as part of dharma, my religious duty. But he is not able to understand the glories of the holy name are much more than dharma, artha, or religious practices or penances or yogic practices. The holy name is much, much superior to it. तथापि तादृश निज आश्रयगत गुणलेश ग्रहणेर द्वाराई এই সকল ব্যক্তির কর্ম যোগ প্রবৃত্তি নিষ্ফল না হোক, এই জন্য স্বীয় দাক্ষিণ্যবশতঃ স্বীয় অপকর্ষ অঙ্গীকার করিয়াও শ্রী ভক্তিদেবী তাহাদের কর্মাদির অঙ্গীভূত রূপেই কর্মাদির ফল যেরূপ নির্বিঘ্নে উৎপাদন করেন, তদ্রূপ তাহাদের পাপও প্রায়শ্চিত্তের অঙ্গ রূপেই বিনাশ করিয়া থাকেন, ইহার অন্যথা হয় না. So Vishnu is telling that a person who has taken shelter of the holy name as a part of dharma, the holy name is still so merciful upon him, because chanting of the holy name is not a part of religious activity. Holy name is a part of devotion. Actually, it is devotion. It's not even a part of devotion, it is devotion, chanting of the holy name. But not understanding the glories of the holy name, those who think that chanting of the holy name is a part or a limb of dharma, even upon such persons, holy name becomes very merciful, and in order to get his material desires fulfilled, the holy name will remove the hindrances. Means, even though the holy name is meant for a supreme objective, still the holy name will by himself, apakarsha angikar koriya, means he will personally accept, okay, this person is using for some material purpose. My purpose is to award Krishna Prem, Krishna Bhakti. But this person is using the holy name for such a menial thing. Okay, no problem, but still he has chanted. With this mercy, the holy name is still, making that particular chanter free from any hindrances that come on the path of his material enjoyment. If you have not understood what I said, the holy name will award the fruit even to a materialistic person if chanted by him. But the holy name will not give the highest fruit. Because he has chanted the holy name offensively, thinking that dharma, performance of any religious activity, is devotion, both are the same. With that, offensive mentality he has chanted, his hindrances on the path of material enjoyment will be finished, means he will become materially more powerful. His material desires will be fulfilled. Means by offensive chanting, one will become more and more engrossed in material enjoyments only. Even though the actual fruit of the holy name is to give deliverance, he will not award that deliverance to the person who is chanting offensively. One of the offenses we heard yesterday is that thinking the holy name to be, exaggeration, the glories of holy name to be exaggeration, giving mundane interpretation to the holy name. And the other offense that we are hearing today is that, considering the holy name to be equal with any other ritualistic activities. Such persons, those who are chanting offensively, those persons, holy name will still award fruit on them, but material fruit. It is not the actual fruit. Just like if we submit to Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan with external submission only externally we submitted to Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan, but internally we maintain our false ego that, oh, I am a Brahmana, I am a rich person, I am very beautiful, or I am very learned, I have so much knowledge of the scriptures. If we maintain this kind of false vanity inside the heart and superficially we exhibit as if we are surrendered to Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan, Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan also will not award us the actual fruit. They will deprive us. Just like superficially we submitted, they also give their superficial blessings only. They will not give what is the actual, real blessings. Similarly, the holy name. अतएव अकृत प्रायश्चित से सकल कर्मी प्रवृत्ति अतएव अकृत प्रायश्चित से सकल कर्मी प्रवृत्ति के से पाप फलेर भोगेर निमित्त अवश्य से नरके गमन करिते हইবে, किन्तु वैष्णवगण के कखनो नरके गमन करिते হয় ना. Means, if such a sinner who is using the holy name to get some mundane benefits, even though the holy name drives away any impediments that come on his path and of his enjoyment, still, because he has not accepted the holy name as his supreme master, this person has to undergo the sufferings of the hellish planets, because he has not performed any material atonement. Material atonement means performance of some, dharma, etc. He has not performed any karmic atonement. On the contrary, he considered the holy name to be equal to any other dharma, karma, etc. So, although his hindrances on the path of material enjoyment are removed, still he has to undergo hellish sufferings, because he has done offenses to the holy name and he has not performed any atonement. The meaning of it is, the holy name, chanting of this holy name cannot be considered as an atonement for such an aparadhi, such a offender to the holy name. If we chant the holy name offenselessly, then only, there can be, one can be freed from sins. Means one will be liberated. One has to come to the platform of Nama Abhas. Not in the offensive platform, one can be freed from the sinful actions. Kintu Vaishnava गण के कखनो नरके गमन करते हैं ना. But Vaishnavas who have surrendered completely Supreme Lord Sri Krishna They might have committed offenses, they might have committed sinful actions, but they don't have to go to hellish planets. Why? Because they know the glories of the holy name, they have not committed offenses to the holy name. Therefore, they don't have to go. So yesterday we started the discussion, or we in somewhere in the middle of our purport we heard that there are two questions that Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur has raised. One is about the, those who are chanting the holy name will remove all the, sins. Then, even if a karmi, jnani or a yogi, if they chant the holy name, then will they also have to go to hell? Was the first question Krishna Chakravarti Thakur raised. If they have to go to hell, then the Vaishnavas who are chanting the holy name and after that they are committing offenses, then they should also go to hell. How can they be freed from the hell? These were the two objections or two questions that Krishna Chakravarti Thakur has raised. But now he is answering that by telling that it's a little difficult to understand, isn't it? Not able to follow. Because Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is presenting in a very logical manner. So it's more the way he has presented the the essence of the holy name logically. So if the logic is not understood, then the question is not understood, then the answer is not understood. So why that question has come in the first place? We have to understand the logic behind the question. Then we will get the answer to the question. But if we miss the logic of the question itself, then very difficult. So I will repeat again. If the holy name has the capacity to free a person from all the sinful actions, from all the sins, then a karmi, jnani, yogi, when they are chanting, then they should also be freed from hellish sufferings. Secondly, even after chanting the holy name, if a devotee, he is performing sinful activities, how can he be freed from, hellish sufferings? These are the two, because he has not performed any prayaschitta. Karmi, at least he has performed some prayaschitta, some atonement. But a devotee has not performed any prayaschitta. He is chanting, but he is performing sins also. He is doing sins also. How can he be freed? So here, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is telling that, you see, a karmi, even though he is chanting the holy name, considering it to be a part of his dharmic activity, dharma, karma, etc., he is committing offense to the holy name. One is thinking it to be an exaggeration. Other is thinking the holy name to be equal to any of the karma or religious activity or penances or tapasya, vows, etc. Because of these two offenses, the holy name will certainly remove any kind of impediments on the path of his enjoyment in this material world, but he cannot be freed from the sins. He has to go to hellish planets. On the other hand, a Vaishnava, he has faith in Supreme Lord's name. He has not performed any offense. He has not committed offenses to the holy name. At the same time, he has not performed any prayaschitta activity also, atonement also. He will be freed from hellish planets. The difference is, one is an offender, other is a person who has surrendered to the holy name. This is the difference. আর যদি তাহারা পুনরায় অন্য অর্থবাদ সাধু নিন্দাদি নামাপরাধ করিতে করিতেই ধর্মাদির অনুষ্ঠান করেন, তাহা হইলে ধর্মাদির অঙ্গীভূতা হইলেও ভক্তিদেবী সেই ফল উৎপন্ন করেন না। And if one is engaged in, one is performing offensive chanting, thinking it to be exaggeration, blaspheming the Vaishnavas or the sadhus, etc., different kinds of offenses, While doing this, they are also performing atonement activities like dharma, etc. Still, such person will be deprived of Bhakti Devi's fruit. What is Bhakti Devi's fruit? We heard that the karmis, if they are chanting the holy name as thinking that holy name to be a part of dharma, they will be, all the impediments on the path of their enjoyment will be finished. But if one offends the holy name, means one is offensive to the holy name, particularly through thinking it to be an exaggeration or performing or committing, blaspheming a sadhu. One is blaspheming a sadhu, such kind of an offense when it is performed, then the holy name will not award even material fruit also. Even the material fruit, that person will be deprived, even though he is chanting. Understanding or not? Understanding? Okay. जेमन के ते अपराधाः अर्थात हे विप्रेंद्र, श्री भगवान नामेर सेई सकल अपराध की जाहा मनुष्येर धर्मादि कृत्य नष्ट करे इत्यादि वचनानुसारे ताहा जाना जाए. This comes in Jemon K. This is one of the scriptures. I don't know which scripture. It's not mentioned here. It says that there is a question that is asked to a Brahmana, that, my dear Brahmana, best among the Brahmanas, what are those offenses by which even when committed, even dharma and other activities will not award their fruits. Dharma, when we are performing any material duty, we are performing it for some material result. We are performing, let's say, fire sacrifice. We are performing some charity activity or some penances, vows, etc. we are observing for some material result. So the question here is, what are the offenses to the holy name when committed? Even dharma, etc. will not award their fruits, means material fruits. The meaning of this is, why Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling this is, that even if we perform karma activity, dharma activity, charity, etc., if we commit offenses to the holy name, then we will not get even material fruit. That is the purpose of saying this. We will not get even material fruit. Forget about the spiritual fruit, or forget about atoning, forget about liberation, forget about avoiding hellish sufferings. We will not even get material fruit.
पहले बोला तो वो तो सेम ही था ना, फिर भी उसमें मिल रहा था मटेरियल फ्रूट.
They are considering it to be a part of dharmic activity.
तो वो भी तो ऑफेंस हुआ.
Offense. But here it is about sadhu ninda. You are blaspheming a sadhu. It is a very severe offense.
अभी
Therefore,
सेंटेंस में तो ये नहीं बोला ना, लास्ट सेंटेंस में.
यदि ताहारा पुनराय अन्न अर्थवाद साधु निंदादि नामापराध करते करते ही धर्मादिर अनुष्ठान करें. If they are performing the religious duties while thinking the holy name to be an exaggeration and blaspheming the sadhu also, then such person will be deprived completely from even a material result. आरो ताहारा यदि से अपराध होते निवृत्त होइया तदुपशमक नाम संकीर्तनादि परायण हन, ताहा हইলে ताहादेर नामापराधेर क्षयेर तारतम्य वशतः कर्मफल प्राप्तिरो तारतम्य घटिबे. And slowly, when one is, freed from their respective offenses, then gradually the glories, the results of the holy name will also start to become manifest. As long as one is offensive, one will be completely deprived. But the moment one is getting freed from those offenses, slowly, how? Nama Kirtanadi Parayan. How one can be freed from those offenses? By chanting the holy name only. One can be freed from one's offenses to the holy name by chanting more. Some people say that, offensive chanting is very, dangerous, because one's material desires will increase, one's material progress, one will make material progress. Therefore, the more we are chanting, the more offenses we are committing. It is good, chant less, so that we are committing less offenses to the holy name. But it is not true. The offenses to the holy name are driven away by chanting only. The more we are chanting, the more we will be freed from those offenses, and again slowly the results of the holy name will come to existence. Means that person will slowly be getting the actual fruit of the holy name. Devir samyak prasannataye namafaleer praptiu nirvivadi hoibe. And not only that, the holy name is so merciful that if in the association of the sadhus the holy name is chanted, then one will be freed from all the offenses. And Bhakti Devir Samyak Prasannatai, and Bhakti Devi will be completely pleased with that person, and one will get the fruit, actual fruit of the holy name. So, if one is committing offenses to the holy name, one will be deprived from spiritual welfare, that is there. One will have to undergo hellish suffering, that is there. But if one continues to chant the holy name in the association of the sadhus, then Bhakti Devi will be pleased. The god of devotion, goddess of devotion, she will be pleased, and slowly the holy names will start, showing the effect, or will start, bringing the welfare upon the chanter. যদি বলেন দেখুন अयम ही श्रुत संपन्न, अर्थात এই ব্যক্তি পূর্বে শাস্ত্রজ্ঞান সম্পন্ন, সুস্বভাব ইত্যাদি যমদূতগণের বাক্যানুসারে এই আজামিলেরও প্রাক্তন কর্মত্বেই অবগত হওয়া যায়। ইহার উত্তরে বলিতেছেন, সত্য মদ্যপান হেতু ইহার ব্রাহ্মণত্ব নষ্ট হইয়াছিল, তাহাতে আবার কর্মিত্ব কি প্রকার? So, if the Yamadutas have previously told, right, in the previous chapter we heard that this person was previously a noble Brahmana performing all the Brahminical duties nicely. But later he has committed, so many sins, whatever. So, if the Yamadutas were to say that he had all the knowledge of the scriptures, he was a very first class Brahmana, therefore यमदूतगणेर वाक्यानुसारे এই अजामिलेरও প্রাক্তন কর্মিত্বই অবগত হওয়া যায়। So he has, previous of his previous birth, we have to understand that of his previous birth only he had performed, therefore he became a noble Brahmana, he was able to perform all these things, therefore he carried the Brahminical qualities. In reply, the Vishnudutas are telling that, you see, मद्यपान हेतु इहार ब्राह्मणत्व नष्ट होइयाछिलो, because he had engaged in sinful activities, his brahmanatva, means his brahminical qualities, all those qualities are simply finished. Therefore, what to speak of his undergoing other karmic activities? He has previously performed yajna, what do you call, vows, penances, etc. He has performed all these things in the past also. Means he has done some activities to free himself from sinful actions. He was a very noble Brahmana also. Therefore, those karmas may be the reason. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, how can those be the reason for him to be freed? Because by intoxication, means by engaging in by drinking wine, etc., even his Brahminical qualities are finished. What to speak of karma? What to speak of the engagement in the what do you call, the religious duty activities? They are completely finished by that. Means no karma, no dharma can save. Intoxication is one of what do you call, one of the prohibitions, because intoxication, while intoxicated, one will be engaged in all kinds of sinful activities. One would have lost all his material piety. Whatever pious activities one has performed, all of them will be simply finished by intoxication. That is why intoxication is one of the prohibitions in our Hari Bhajan. Not only Hari Bhajan, even for dharmic activities, intoxication is prohibited. Because one of the pillars that dharma is standing upon, dharma is standing on 4 pillars: Satya, Shaucha, Tapa, Daya. Satya, truthfulness; Shaucha, cleanliness; Tapa, penance; Daya, mercy. Tapa is lost by intoxication. All the good penances, whatever is performed, all of those things are lost by intoxication. Therefore, if we have to make the dharma stand on the tapa pillar, then intoxication is prohibited. That is why any religious practice, fundamentally, we have to follow these 4 regulations. Satya, truthfulness. Truthfulness is finished wherever there is gambling, wherever there is, what do you call, betting. Truthfulness is finished there. Therefore, one should not do that. Shaucha, associating with women illicitly, that basically is shaucha, the cleanliness is finished by that. Tapa, by intoxication, all the good penances are finished. Daya, by killing the animals, mercy is not there. Therefore, dharma is standing on these 4 pillars. If one who is following dharma, he is not, staying away from these: intoxication, associating with women, killing animals, and gambling, etc. One cannot perform even dharmic activities. Forget about devotional activities. So we will continue tomorrow. Time is up. There is still long purport. Should I continue, or you are not able to understand? What is it? It's okay? You're able to understand? Okay, because it's going to take time. It'll take time to complete the purport. So if you are not able to understand, then I will stop here and we will go to the main thing. Okay, let me know if there is any lack of clarity. वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। परमाराधितम पतित पावन स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्टोम विष्णुपाद प्रणवंश स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद भक्तिदयित माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जगत गुरु श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री श्री रूपानुग गुरु वर्ग की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। सपरिकर श्री राधा मदन मोहन श्री राधा गोविंद श्री राधा गोपीनाथ जीव की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय। श्री कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेदव्यास महामुनि की जय। श्री श्री सुखदेव गोस्वामी एवं परीक्षित महाराज की जय। श्रीमद् भागवत श्रवण करी भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।